Hi again, everybody. My name is Greg Anderson, and this is the Good Timekeeping Show with Greg Anderson. I want to ask you a personal question. Has anyone ever told you it's kind of hard to shop for you? Your tastes are very specific. You're a little picky. I can never surprise you with anything and know that you're going to like it. It's just kind of difficult to shop for you. Well, if that's the case, let's talk about that a little bit. Because, you see, I know that when we're into collecting clocks and watches, maybe we're also into some other things. And if you got a little bit older, like I am, you're kind of set in your ways. You kind of know what you like, and that's what you like. And, maybe it's not a good idea to stray from that very much, because you just have very specific tastes after all this time. So how can you manage this and not be sort of a pain in the neck to your friends, family, associates, other loved ones, anyone who may decide they want to get you something nice, but it's kind of hard to decide what is the best thing to give to you as a gift? Well, let's talk about watches just for a minute, because I know that with me, one thing that's helped me out is I talk to my wife a lot about my watches and what I like about them, and some things I maybe don't like as well. And so we have this kind of running dialogue. And so without getting to be too much of a bother, we could sit down in the evening and I could kind of show her some websites and things and say, oh, look at this. Here's a nice watch. And just kind of explain, oh, this does X, Y, and Z, and I like those. And maybe if I can explain that there's certain other aspects of watches that I don't like as well. So, I'm not quite as big of a fan of the negative display, for example, with LCDs. But I do like multi-band 6, and I like tough solar, and I like these colors as opposed to those colors. And so she has a pretty good idea of the things that I like. Another thing that helps out, I think, is that and maybe I'll make an electronic wish list, and I'll make sure that she has access to that and can kind of see what I have in mind. One thing is that when I see a watch that's interesting to me, I don't necessarily immediately click buy on that and go for it, right? I tend to go, oh, that's a watch I really like. Then I think about it. I really consider, do I really like it? Do I like that price? Is there a best place to buy that watch? Do I go through this retailer or that retailer or whatever? And I kind of research this. So it takes, even if there's something that I really want it now, it'll take a few days before I really truly make my mind up on that. And I kind of invite my wife to observe the process a little bit. Not so much that it's annoying to her, but enough that she kind of knows my thought processes and when my general concerns about a certain watch or a certain retailer or a certain price, so this is good that she's in the loop on these things, and if she's interested in it, then that kind of helps out. Now, sometimes it comes down to with watches, she just really can't surprise me, right? Because she already knows what I want. So it's going to be like, okay, what's the next special occasion, like a Father's Day or a birthday or Christmas or something like that, or even something nice for the Easter basket or just these sorts of things. So she knows, well, the next watch that I'm super interested in is this one. So, and the next special occasion coming up is my birthday. And so we kind of line those up. But here's what, she can live with that, because there are other things that she can get me that would be like a total surprise. And I don't mind. I'm not too picky about the shirts I wear. And whenever she buys me a shirt, I like it. So she can surprise me with a shirt or something like that. But when it comes to a watch, maybe it's like, oh, I found a good deal. Here's a good watch. My birthday is in 3 weeks or whatever it happens to be. And she'll say, well, let's get it and let's put it away. And so, that you can imagine that's a little bit of a strain for me. But I'm willing to play along because I love her, and it's fun to just say, okay, the watch came. You can now put it away and give it to me on some special occasion coming up very soon. And so occasionally, if it's a really special watch, I just want to make sure it's in good condition and it is exactly the watch I was looking for, that sort of thing, I will maybe just instruct her can you please open the box and just check for these characteristics, and if you think it's the right thing, then we're good to go. So we work together on that, and it works out okay. Another thing I do, in addition to the electronic wish lists, maybe I'll find the top 10 watches that I'm considering buying in the near future, and I'll get a good picture of each watch, and I'll just print it out on a regular piece of paper and just kind of hang it on the wall in my office, or just somewhere where as I walk by, I can kind of consider, okay, as I'm seeing them, I can kind of prioritize. Yeah, I think I like that one better, that one there. And my wife sees that. And so this is what we do. This is how we kind of work it out with the watches. Now, as you can imagine, I'm a little bit particular about other things as well. But as far as watches go, we've worked it out, and I think it's working out okay. And, we do manage to just kind of keep each other in the loop. That's the main thing about it. Now, I don't have a lot of associates that might buy me a watch, if I were just someone at work. But if there is someone who notices, oh, Greg, I think you're into watches, that's pretty neat. Maybe I'll just take a moment and explain. Oh, yeah, I really like these Casio watches because one thing about them is they're solar powered. I really like that function, and they set themselves to the right time automatically, atomic timekeeping, all that. And I really like that. And so, if someone is willing to engage with those concepts without going on and on and on and making it rather tiresome, then they can get the message one way or another that, oh yeah, it's not just that Greg likes watches. He likes these particular aspects of watches. And maybe that would avoid some awkwardness if they, just said, hey, I found this watch. Do you want to get this one? And I think, people perhaps don't completely understand what it's like to have very specific tastes in watches, but maybe they would understand if it were something else, right? So, for example, if someone is into a very specific kind of car, you wouldn't say, hey, I know you're really into Camaros, but I found this great Mustang mug. I think you'd really like this because I know Mustangs are just basically the same as Camaros, right? See, that wouldn't fly with someone who was into cars. So maybe you can understand if we change the subject a little bit. Like, for example, if I said, hey, Greg, what? I'm going to buy you a new TV, okay? I found a great new TV I'm going to get for you. How's that? No, you don't have to. Well, it's a Black Friday deal, so it's half price. I think you'll like it, half price. What kind of TV? Well, it's a great Black Friday deal. It's half price. I think you'd really like it. But I mean, like, what size is it? Well, it's full size, but it's half price. What does it have any features? It has just any feature you want to watch on it. You could watch James Bond, you could watch Star Wars or whatever, it'd be great. Is it like 4K? Oh, no, not nearly that price. It's a sale. It's a great deal. I'll get it for you. Like how many inputs and stuff like that? I don't know. I'm sure it works though. You really don't have to. It's kind of like you and I together, we're going half and half to get you a new TV. Only you don't have to pay for your half, and we'll get you this new TV. What brand is it? Doorbuster, and it's kind of an exclusive thing because they say supplies are limited. So I'm sure it's great. I can buy a TV. It's not that. I'll just go. I'm gonna go. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. It's no problem at all. I got you covered. All right. Oh. Yes, I'm not sure that would work, So maybe you can understand when it comes to something specific like a TV. Because, you're going to hang on to a TV for years and years and years. So you maybe didn't want to just buy whatever happened to be on sale. Okay. So anyway, I just think, an open dialogue, make sure people know that your tastes are very specific without getting in their face about it. Just, if they ever want to talk watches, go into some details, just enough to let them know, all right, I need some specifics if I'm really going to be into this. So, buying a watch is, I was going to say it's kind of like buying someone a puppy for a gift, but not exactly that. See, if you bought a puppy as a gift for someone, you would want to really, really be sure that they are ready for that and that they want that, because that's a big deal, and you don't want this puppy to be caught in the middle of something that doesn't really fit well, and a puppy would, to one degree or another, suffer from not really being wanted in that situation. A watch is not quite the same as that, because if you give someone a watch and you expect them to wear it every single day, then maybe it is a little bit more like the puppy. You better research that one and make sure they really want it. But if it's something like, guy wears a different watch every single day, and you say, well, here's one, you could wear this one some time as well, maybe that'd be fine, and he'd leave it in a drawer or a cabinet or something for most of the time, and then he'd wear it, from time to time. Maybe there are some people that they can handle that, but if someone has a very, very specific taste and they want a watch that they're going to wear all the time, then you got to do some research, and maybe you're just going to have to concede that that's just not the thing to get for that person as a gift. Maybe find some other type of gift that wouldn't have to be quite so specific. Anyway, it is the gift-giving season coming up, and I hope things are going well for you. Maybe focus on what you're going to give to other people. And one thing that I'm not taking into account here, and I know this is just something, it's a whole different way of thinking that I don't consider, is that some people, they get gifts all the time and they turn around and exchange them, or they get a refund and then go get what they really want. So if that's what you're doing, then who cares? As long as it's a watch you can return somewhere and get credit or get a refund and then go get what you really want, I guess that would be fine. I just don't think that way. I'd rather get what I really wanted, and it's just awkward to have to go return things. But I don't know. Any thoughts on how how do you deal with this, or do you just put up with it? We're just unique people, and so if someone says it's hard to shop for you, you just kind of go, "Yep, sorry." Or have you found a way to make peace with those loved ones who really, really would like to get you something nice? See if you want to make some comments, and we'll figure this out together before there's some sort of awkward social disaster. In the meantime, I hope you will enjoy more episodes coming up of the Good Timekeeping Show. I got some more watches to show you, and just some neat things coming up. So I hope you will join me for that coming up soon, right here on the Good Timekeeping Show.